Welcome to Vitush Academy. Today I'll present the third Microsoft tutorial for Entity Framework Core with MVC, explicitly adding sorting, filtering and paging to the ASP.NET MVC. So pretty much we would start with our Contoso application. We would add links here to last name, first name and enrollment date, which would be clickable, and whenever we click them, the application would be sorted. We would add a find by name search field, which would be functional. And last but not least, we would add previous and next links that would be clickable and that would show the next page. At the end, we would create an about page. So let's start. So starting with the sorting functionality to the index method, or with other words, with the clickable enrollment date, last name and first name. So we go to the student controller in the controller folder and we look for our task index. So task action result index. Yep, this is the one that we are looking at. And the first thing that we should add here is the parameter string sort order. It is a thing, it is okay, task action result is okay, the name is okay. So let's start. We set date, view date, which, as I mentioned in the previous videos, this is just a simple dictionary actually. So the value of the dictionary is name sort param, or param is better, so leave it like this. String is null or empty, sort order, then name descending, else nothing. What does it mean? It says if this here is null or empty, then write in the dictionaries name sort param, name descending, otherwise don't write anything. And let's enter another one, which would be date sort param, and it would be sort order equals date, or it equals date descending. Actually, just I'll simply continue date. Okay. I'll write them all with small letters and like this. Okay. So what does it mean, this one? It says write in date sort param if sort orders equals date, make this check, and if it is true, write date descending. If it is false, write date. It is pretty tough to get some idea about it. If you see it for the first place, it's probably first time, probably seems a bit strange to you, but in general this is what it means. This is the condition, this is the true part of the condition, and this is the false part of the condition. That is going to be written here in view data date sort param. The same with the name sort param. This is the condition, this is the true if the condition is true, and this is the false if the condition is false. So let's write something about the students that are visible. So from s in underscore context students, select s. Okay, pretty decent, but it doesn't like it, so let's press Ctrl and dot to see why is it so red. Or quick actions, yeah, Ctrl dot. Well, probably I don't have link here. No, I have link. Probably then let's try it like this. Let's continue and see with the switch. So switch sort order this one here, or this one here actually. Sort order. Okay, so case name descending equals students dot order by descending, and s is s dot last name. Okay. Type the namespace underscore context cannot be found. This is the context I'm using. Why it cannot be found? Oh, I see. It is because of this error here. From, it should be from s in underscore context student, select s. Okay. I wanted to mention something. Whenever you write case like this in parentheses and you're passing it as string, be 100% sure that it is exactly like this one, the one that you're working, because IntelliSense is not going to keep you here. It's not so intelligent to know what you actually want to think of. So passing some strings, not variables, make sure that you don't make a mistake here. For example, name this descending should be exactly like this. Okay, another case. And don't forget about a break every time we have a case. So case date, exactly like this one, small. Here students would be equal to students dot order by, and the order by would be s and Roman date. Pretty decent. Yes, another case. And don't forget immediately the break. So case date descending, like this, so like that one. Actually copying and pasting is probably the best one. And whenever it is date descending, right, students would be students dot order by descending s dot enrollment date break. Okay, and the default would be students order by s last name. That's okay. And break. Okay. So this is the default one. Whenever it doesn't go into any of the cases, okay. Break is highlighted in red, so we have forgotten this one here. View await students. Of course, await students. Dot is no tracking. No tracking means that our application would run a little bit faster because it is a read operation. I explained it in the previous video just a bit. To list async. Okay, so far so good. Now we should go and inform over also the view that our how do you name it, our titles, you know, like date or first name or last name should be clickable, and there should be something after these are clicked. So we go to views, or we can simply go like this and go to view. Would it work? Well, I wouldn't say so. Just to make sure, let's go to views, students, index. Yeah, this is where we go. Yeah, it worked. So in view students index, we need to fix a bit our code. So what should be fixed? Well, here we should make this last name clickable. So let's do it. ASP action index ASP root, no, ASP root so order, just a second, ASP minus root minus sort order would be view data name sort param another param here, and then it would be HTML display for model last name, pretty much this. And looks okay, not bad. Let's add it also to the second one, or to the third one actually. ASP action index ASP root sort order equals pretty much the same. Copying and pasting is okay, like this, and it is not name sort param, but it is name date sort param. And the display model, we copy it from here and we put it here. Would it work? Let's leave it like this, and now let's consider and see how would it work. We save it and we run it with F5 just to see did we actually do something, or maybe not. Let's see. F5 is clicked, our application is loaded. Now is the time of the tools. Go to students, last name, yep, red, purple, O, G, B. Last name again, B, G, O, P, R. Quite good. What about enrollment date? I clicked enrollment date, nothing's happening, but the last name works rather good. And enrollment date doesn't work. That's pretty good. Let's research why is this the case. So how do we research? Of course, the best way is to go to the methods that makes the problem, causes the problem, and we simply click here. So we would have a stop. Then now is a good time to go back to Contoso and click on enrollment date, and we see that the sort order is actually a new, which is unacceptable because the sort order in our case is here, and this is something interesting that we see. It's written sort order, so one R is missing pretty much. What would happen if we simply copy it and continue, so to say, like this? Then we go back and we write explicitly sort order date. Yes, it is 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2019. So the functionality here actually works. The problem is in the view. Let's go to the view and we see something interesting. Here it is written ASP root sort order, and here it is written ASP root sort order. So be careful when you copy and paste, things like this can happen. And let's remove this. And let's refresh the whole story once more and see whether it would work the way I am expecting it. So enrollment date 2019, Okay, and enrollment date, super, last name, banana green on the roof, purple red, last name, red purple on the roof, green banana. I mean, that's pretty neat. So we may continue with the second part of the tutorial. So the next part in our tutorial is to add the filtering functionality, or pretty much one search list here, and whenever we write something like roof, it would show up. So just to make it a bit funnier, I would add someone else. I would add Carlson Jr. and his family name would be Senior, and he would be starting 2009 in our beloved university. Of course, enrollment and date required. Complete date, okay. So this is the Senior Carlson Jr. And great, let's close it. Let's close also the application, and let's add that functionality. So this functionality for the filtering, it's also in the index method, and the index method pretty much gets another parameter. It's the search string, and the view data gets as well current filter, which would be the search string parameter. That's great. The view students as in context, I'll just make it one-liner. And now if condition, if string dot is no or empty. Just to let you know, for everyone who doesn't know, this here is the class string, and whenever we have something like, I'm just looking, but okay, whenever we have something like string test equals, this is the type string. So there is some difference between these two. For example, this one can be used like without initialization. As you see, it's like string is no or empty. It's just checking absolutely immediately the is no or empty method of the string class. So string is no or empty search string. So if it is not no or empty, that's the thing, we do the following: students dot where, and s for students, s dot last name contains search string, and in this case not and, but this is or, these two. So or s dot first name, first middle name contains search string. So this is how our filter looks like. Yeah, I would even do it like this. It's the fun with C#. As far as you don't have this kind of thing at the end, you can pretty much freely distribute stuff around the different lines. So now we should go to the view back and make sure that our go to view, that our search box is there. So question about where to put this search box, pretty much put it here, like after the create new or before the create new. It's a question of yeah, your own taste. So asp dot action index. The method is of course get, because this is our method. So there we put a div class, and here is our beloved bootstrap. So form action, no color, well, and we put a paragraph here, and we write find by name. We write name, not first name or last name, because we search for both. Input type equals text. Name is search string. Value is at. And now here we need our view data. And current filter was what we were using, if I remember correctly. Current filter like this, okay. I do not just save like 3 minutes of debugging by checking, that's really great. Okay, input type submit. Okay, what it is that it doesn't like? Yeah, it's actually saying that the current filter loop should be the value in the dictionary. So current filter is so far ready. We continue with the input type submit. And the value is search. The class is btn, let's see, danger, default, group, or primary, or success. I like success. Although, yeah. And what else? And then we can write ASP action index back to full list. Another link which has a like an option to give us back to the full list of our stuff. Back to full list. Okay. And here we need a small separator. But why is it in red and not happy again? Let's see, Visual Studio is helping us. Missing close angle for that one, definitely missing one. So just guessing here with the German keyboard. Sometimes it's not helping a lot, and actually it should be like this because this is the closing anchor of the A. I'll remove this, and now let's take the time of truth, start the application and see how it works. So the page loaded. Let's take a look, students. Well, this is the green. It's not bad. Back to full list. And now the time that we were thinking about. Let's write simply J and search. Well, yeah, Junior, Jack, Joe. What about something like Carlson? Only one Carlson. Let's see, back to full list, Carlson Jr. And this one is a bit different, strange. It's probably written with a mixture of Cyrillic and Latin, so simply copy this Carlson, edit here, copy and paste like this. Let's see. Now when I look for Carlson, would it find both of them? Yes, it found both of them, that's great. So back to the full list, and the search, yeah, search looks okay, and Roman date functions, last name functions. Now the most interesting part is coming. We are going to add the pages to our index page. So let's do it. So adding the pages is actually a bit more tough compared to the filtering, and we need a new class actually here. So we simply write it paginated list. like this. And let's like this one. And let's start writing in it. Pretty much we need some public in page index there, and it would be get private set. Private set means that it is gettable, but it cannot be set by everyone. The same would be with total pages, and the private set would be also here. It means cannot be set outside of the class. So we need a constructor ctr twice tab, and we said that our constructor takes list of t items, int count, of course, int page index, and int pages, page size actually, not pages, page size. Okay, the list of t is not happy, so control dot generate type t install. Let's leave it like this for some time and see. Missing assembly reference. Am I? Yeah, probably, but let's leave it. Page index equals page index. So the big one here is getting the value of the small one here from the constructor, and total pages is int math.ceiling count divided by double page size. Yeah, different. This kind of methodology that we encapsulate pretty much the values pretty much, and with this way like change them a bit, like we gig them from here, rewrite them here, and from here they are accessible further down. This is called pretty much encapsulation, and this is one of the pillars of the object-oriented programming. Just FYI, if someone asks what is encapsulation, try to explain this time. Think that we get something from somewhere, we write it here, and then from here we write it further down. Or Google for the better type of saying. Yeah. Items. Okay, add range items is good. Add range control dot doesn't have the method, which is kind of strange, but continue. So public bool has previous page. Okay, here we would say whether this is the last or not the last. So if the bool is true and it has a previous page and it is not the last, otherwise it is. So page index bigger than 1. And that's rather good. The same option would be for the has next page. Property has next page. It only has get, as you see. It doesn't have even set. Why? Because we cannot set and say, hey, from now on page 165 out of 200 is the last page. No. No. If the page is 165, it cannot be the last page out of 200. So we actually do not even allow the set in our business logic. Now public static async task paginated list type T, create async queryable of type T, and this is pretty much the source. int page index int page size. Paginated list, control and dot. Quite a lot of things in errors, but let's see whether if we write the return, some of them should disappear. Anyway, we continue with var count await source count async. Then var items would be await source dot skip page index -1 times page size, and take page size to list async. What is this thing doing? Pretty much, let's say we are on page 2, and on every page we are giving three students, so it would take the 4th student, the 5th student, and the 6th student, because it would skip the first 3 students. So you see page index -1 time page size, and it would take the page size and it would build them to list async. So this is how it works, and let's see, return. I guess, yeah, return new paginated list out from T, and there would have items, count, page index, and of course page size. Okay. And somehow everything is in red, which is something that I do not like, definitely. Question: why is it so? Even have messages. Yeah, let's research a bit. Actually, the point is that our paginated list is actually a paginated list of T, which actually inherits from list of T, like this. So this is why addRange is actually a method that belongs to list, but because this one inherits it, it inherits also the methods, and suddenly all the errors are gone, and everyone and everything is happy. Okay, let's go back to our beloved index method in the student controller and change it once again, I guess 3rd time for today, and say okay, let's changing like this: search order, search string. Before this we can give string current filter, string search string, and then int, which can be newable, that's why we put this question mark here, page number. Yeah, pretty decent. Now we have current filter, we have the params, which are okay. This one actually would be not current filter, but it would be changed to something else. It would be changed to current sort, probably. Yeah. And it would get the sort order. Yeah, and we'll put it, of course, in front, because here it checks also stuff. Then if search string is not null, then give the page number to be 1. Yeah. Else search string would be current filter. Yep. So far so good, and at the end we should modify a bit the view to await something completely different as paginated list type student. Then it would be create a sync. Well, and create a sync would be students dot as no tracking in order to improve a bit the speed. Then page number is it 1 and page size. Okay, so what is actually this? The two question mark? These two question mark are named new coalescing operator. What does it mean? It evaluates the operator from the left side, and if it is not null, it returns its value. So if page number is null like this, it returns its value here. It returns the value from the right side, 1. If it is not null, it returns the value of the page number. Page size is in red. What's the problem with it? Control dot create variable page size. I'm going to create one. I know it's one. I'll simply write in page size there, like this, in page size, and our page size is 3. So it's actually quite a good get method, and it should be working. Let's add the paging links now, the last part of the project so far, of this type of the project for the paging links. So we go to the view here and we start changing stuff. First of all, our model is different because in the controller we are returning another one. So yeah, model should be paginated list like this, and it should be contoso university.models.student, and now we should add some stuff here. Okay, it started disliking already our things. As you see, the models are in red. What should we do in order to fix them? The best thing to do is actually to say, hey, do we have something like how do you call it? We do not have any IntelliSense, no. So we simply would use our view data bag, and yeah, we're going to be there. So let's write it like this. Simply write here last name, and the view data would be current filter. Definitely good. Hopefully it is the way exactly. Yes, the same current filter would be here, and the entry would be enrollment date, and this one here would be a bit straightforward, like this. It would be first name. With some space. But this would not work, actually, to be honest. Yep. Let's write actually ASP's root sort order should be view data name sort param, so like this, view data name sort param. Oh, let's simply press Ctrl Z and see how much it would save us. Okay, so last paginetic list Contoso University was okay. University.models.student Contoso was okay. Here first name was okay, and here we should change a bit of our stuff. So ASP sort order is okay, view data name sort param is not that bad, and ASP and the second parameter should be also added, so to say. Here ASP root, the name of the second parameter would be current filter, and this parameter would be view data current filter. And we write here last name. Yeah. Let's try the same part here. Simply like this, then delete sort param like this. Okay, current filter, of course, it's not last name, it is enrollment date. Yep. So first parameter sort order, second parameter current filter, and it should be like this, following our idea that the variables are starting with a small one. Even the variables in the browser as well with a small letter. Does it make sense? It's a good question. The better question is, would it work? The answer is no, because we have to add some additional stuff here after the table. Additional code, so to say. It would be previous disabled and something called next disabled. So previous disabled would be checking whether the next and previous buttons should be disabled or not. So here we write if model has previous page. Actually, this is not. This is how the not starts. So if model doesn't have previous page, then give disabled. Otherwise, no. And next disabled is pretty much the name, the same. Model has next page, then give disabled. Otherwise, nope. Has previous page. It should be like this. I hope I didn't make a mistake. Go to controller. Not go to controller. Go to paginated. Has previous pages with a mistake. Yeah, okay. Now it looks a bit better. Has previous page. Has next page. Okay. And now is the time to put these indexes for next and for previous. So what are they? They are ASP action index, ESP root sort order is based on the view data, current sort. Just a question, I mean, current sort, current filter. Yeah, okay. Let's say this is the way we write them with big in the table. Current sort, yeah. Cool. ASP root. Page number is equal to add parenthesis model page index -1 ESP root current filter, because we also use the filter and then we use the next in the previous, would be view data current filter and yeah, now the class would be button default. Better to stay with the default, although there are some other options. Add prev disabled. Ta-da! And we write previous here. Pretty much the same, with some changes will be done for the next. Of course, ASP action is okay, root order is okay. The model should be a bit different, should be page index +1, of course. The current filter is okay, and the button default would be next disabled. Okay, so no errors so far. Would it be like this if we run the application? Now is the time to check. Press F5 and wait for our application to load. So it loaded. Let's see. Go to students. Student loaded, and we have previous and next, which is somehow working. Yep. Let's create some more new people. Banana Joe with some enrollment date. Banana Joe we have twice, that's great. Let's have him even more once. Banana Stoyan. Okay, so we have the tree. Yeah, we have 3 times, and it is quite good. Let's look for someone called Banana in our way. Okay, search, and we have banana, and no one else. Okay, I'll add another banana guy, so I can banana Mikhail. I just want to check the functionality whether we can both search and go next. So we search for banana and we go, okay, next, wait, banana, search, next, okay. Alright, the functionality for both searching and clicking on previous and next is somehow not functioning the way I would like it to be. Let's go like this, just for Anna, search. So the banana guys are okay. But then we see everyone else. Is this the way it should be? Probably. Yep. Or probably not actually, like a filter like this, sorting banana filter, and then going next is kind of unusable. Like, there should be something wrong in the database, in the business logic implementation, And after some good way to see here, we see that the current filter view data is actually not filtered, not used at all. So somewhere here we can say view data current filter equals search string save everything and run again our application. And this time let's hope that whenever we search for Anna returning all the job bananas that we have, it would not return all of them. I mean, it would return all of them, but wouldn't return the ones that are not in our filter. So, time of truth, let's see. We search for Anna. Okay, banana, that's all. Back to full list. We search for, let's say, Carlson without a space. It only returns us this, and neither previous or next are enabled. So that's rather good I would say. So now the last part of the tutorial is coming, and it is about about page. So in the about page we need to create a view model class for the data that we need to pass to the view. We need to create an about method in the home controller. This is our home controller. And we need to create, of course, the about view. So let's start with the first thing, with the view model. So we'll create a new folder. Yep. Add, no, not here. Contoso University, add new folder, this one, and let's name it School View Models. F2 to rename, or simply come on, exclude from project properties. Oh, okay, we have to stop this one here in order to be able to rename. F2 to rename, and then School View Models. This is what we need. And Control Shift A. There we need enrollment date group. And here we need to say okay, namespace looks okay, everything looks okay. Public class, what we need here is actually public date time, knowable enrollment date, and of course get set. This is a property, and another property would be the student count. Get set. Yeah, pretty good. Let's leave it like it is, as it is, and go to the home controller. And in the home controller, simply add the context, private read-only, school context underscore context. Of course it's not happy, so control dot would add using Contoso University data, which would make it a bit happier. And let's write the constructor public home controller. It of course gets the school context, and here it would pass the context correctly. It would pass this value here to this value here, the parameter to the property. Okay, now it's time for the about method. Well, yeah, the about method is a sync, of course, and action result, and it's code about. Great. Not happy, so whenever we have something which is in red, we press Ctrl and dot, and if there is a using something, most probably this is our decision. What about the about? Yeah, it doesn't like that it is a sync, but it would get used. iQueryable enrollment date group data equals, let's see, write simply new, just to make sure that iQueryable is added using an enrollment data group data. iQueryable is using system link. Cool. Enrollment data group is there. Okay. So remove the new and start typing from student. In our context, the one here, students group. Group is actually advanced SQL. Not joking here, indeed. By student.enrollment date into date group, and now select the new enrollment date group. And this enrollment date group would be having the following. Just click Control space and it shows enrollment date would be date group key, and student count, the other control space, would be date group dot count, and count is a method. Okay, so what are we returning? Return view await, because it is async data, has no tracking, dot to list async method. Okay, as no tracking is not liked by Visual Studio, so using a new thing. Come on. This about. Okay, great. This one would be deleted. So much using, not bad, not bad. Now it's time to go to create the about view. What we can do is like here and say go to view. Well, we actually went somewhere. Yeah, we went to views, home, about. Are we there? Yes, views, home, about. What do we do there? We add first the model on the top. Model IEnumerable. And the IEnumerable is Contoso University dot models dot school view models school view models dot enrollment date group. Yeah, I would leave it like this. Yep, school view models and school view models. Am I making a mistake somewhere? Nope. Probably. The school view models should have been in models folder, I guess. Yeah, makes more sense. So models dot school view models dot enrollment date group. But where is actually the IntelliSense? So let's start again. Contoso University dot models dot school view models dot enrollment date group. Alright. Am I missing something? Am I? Probably I am missing the home controller here. And I kind of made a big problematic to Visual Studio to realize where the Roman date group went. So back to here, let's see. Models dot okay. School view models is here. Yeah, okay, and then enrollment group. Okay, let's leave it like this. Yeah. So it kind of knows that the school view model folder is in the models folder, and it kind of doesn't want to know anymore. Yeah, and concerning our previous change in the home controller, where I was using this one, let's see, control dot Contoso University models. It works rather well. Models, okay, models. Can put a dot here. No, not touching it here. Okay, so continue to the view and see what's going on. So view back title is changed like to statistics. That's great. H2 would be student body statistics, and H2 would actually start with a table. So tr row, in the row we need a column enrollment date. And the next column would be on the same row, would be students. Now is the time to see what Razor can do for us for each var item in model with a big letter, because it's here with a small, but this is how it is. So here we say tr row, in the row we need a column, and in the column we write html.displayFor, and here we write model item, item.enrollment date. Now td item student count, item.student count, and then we have our table in the end. Now is the time to see whether it would work. F5, and let's hope so. Now is the time. This is our about. Would it work? Yeah, okay, this is one student, one student, one student, one student. Okay, let's go to our students and edit a bit their enrollment dates. So pretty much 2001. This would be 2001. Okay, let's say 2022 is good. 2019, 2020, okay. This would be also 2001. On the first, okay. We just make it that it is grouped correctly. Quite a lot in 2001. Okay, 2001, one more. And once more, if we go to the about, okay, we see 3 people in 2001, 2 in 2019. But I kind of don't like this, the way it is displayed. I mean, it's really enrollment date and students. It's probably like nice, not so nice, but we can do something like a small trick. We can do like this, an empty row. That's really the fastest thing I can think of, and it would most probably work. So click on refresh. Wait for it to refresh. Didn't like my trick. Yeah, it is a cheap trick, but cheap tricks work sometime. Especially when the tutorial is over an hour, and I can feel that the public is hoping that the nice music would start soon. Let's simply see whether it would be okay or not, and continue the next time. So waiting and going to about. Nope, not again. Okay, then let's quickly find something. Actually, the quickly find something was rather really quick. What we need is just remove this useless stuff. Here, there, it was a bad idea. We go back to the enrollment date group here, and here we stop it, and we say okay, we need to display a bit strangely data type dot date, only like this. Control dot, of course, data type using the components save, and data type here control dot. It is not date type, it is data type. Still no, everything perfect. So once again, let's check quickly. Funny that my idea didn't work, but from the other point I'm proud that it didn't work, because I kind of dislike this kind of stuff. Let's say, like, let's add an additional column with nothing in it in order just to split two other columns. Well, obviously the responsiveness of Chrome was better than my workaround ideas, and this is how it works. Okay, there is some equal here that I'm going to delete. In the home controller, no, it was in the views, home, about. What was that equal that was there? Student body statistics. Yeah, that's strange. Okay, this is the equal. Okay, here it's kind of invisible, so I didn't see it. Okay, save, refresh, and the equal is gone. That's the good thing in Visual Studio. If you change something quickly in the CS HTML and you refresh, you don't have to rerun everything, the whole story. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of the today lecture, or the today tutorial, or call it whatever you want. What we did, once again, in students, we implemented a previous next functionality. Furthermore, we implemented a search. For example, if we search for J, for example, when we click on search, this is it, and it also works in the next. And last but not least, we also implemented this beautiful part. For example, we can sort by enrollment date, ascending and descending. And this is actually quite a lot for today. Thank you for watching and staying with me. Have a great day. If you have any questions, write in the comments or Google a bit more aggressively you would find the questions. I mean, this is ASP, it's really famous technology. So once again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, and yeah, smile a bit more. Thanks.